Michelle, and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. So over on my other YouTube channel, Royal Daily Tea History and Fashion, I just released 2 brand new videos. One of them was on Marie Antoinette and the affair of the necklace. Many people attribute this very necklace to the downfall of the French monarchy and possibly the execution of Marie Antoinette. The second video that I'm launching is a brand new series on the Spanish royals called Coronation and the King. This is the true story of the abdication of the now exiled King of Spain, King Juan Carlos I, and his former mistress, Karina Zuzan Wittgenstein, who is currently suing him for stalking. When I say truth is stranger than fiction, y'all, I'm not joking. This is a very juicy series that I'm going to release the very first episode later on this week, but I do have a trailer that I launched on my other channel. If you would be so kind as to please go over to my other channel and subscribe, help me get to 2,000 subscribers, and if you would go and watch those other videos. That channel is 100% Harry and Meghan free. But we have a lot of juicy royalty to get through today, so you know what to do. Sit back and relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get into the Royal Daily Tea. So we have some very sad news concerning Queen Marguerite of Denmark. Apparently she is suffering from major health issues and is set to undergo extensive back surgery. Now the Danish queen, who is currently the only female monarch in Europe, had previously canceled her yearly winter holiday due to health issues. Now, Queen Marguerite is set to undergo extensive back surgery on the 22nd of February in Copenhagen. The 82-year-old monarch has recently suffered major health decline. Now, the Danish queen will be hospitalized afterwards, and a long sequence of physical rehabilitation will be expected. The statement also confirmed that her official program will be postponed. So any near future or upcoming events or commitments will be carried out by other members of the royal family. So we wish her a full and speedy recovery. So there was a gentleman by the name of Charlie Clark who picked up a brand new hobby of metal detecting and had only been doing the metal detecting for around 6 months when in 2019 he unearthed a gold pendant that was located in Warwickshire, England in the West Midland region. Now this pendant featured symbols that were traced back to the time of King Henry VIII. On the pendant, it featured symbols that showcased Henry VIII and his first wife, Catherine of Aragon. Now, this necklace was composed of 75 links that were attached by an enameled suspension link in the form of a hand. Now, the necklace weighed around 300 grams, and the pendant itself is heart-shaped. On one side, it is decorated with the Tudor rose entwined with a pomegranate bush, which is basically a symbol for Catherine and Henry. Now, the bush was growing together from the same branch. The reverse side of the necklace shows the letters H and K for Henry and Catherine. Now, on both sides are inscribed with the writing Toujours, which means forever. Now, because he was extremely new to the world of metal detecting, he wasn't sure if he unearthed a piece of costume jewelry, a replica. So he took it over to a museum, the British Museum, and they carried out an extensive scientific analysis to determine whether it was indeed a Tudor pendant or merely costume jewelry. So on one of the tests, they concluded that this object was in fact dated before 1530, and Catherine of Aragon married King Henry VIII in 1509. So this was very fascinating and exciting. They definitely found a real royal relic. Now, after realizing that the same motif was present on other objects and that some parts of the pendant seemed to have been made more rapidly, they confirmed that this could have been some kind of prize that was given to the winner of a tournament, maybe for jousting. As we know, King Henry VIII was very, very much into jousting, and they always did those tournaments. They didn't feel the quality of the necklace was something that a royal would actually wear, but they do feel that it was from the time period of King Henry VIII, and perhaps this was a prize that was given to someone who won some kind of competition. So for Clark, the pendant could be a life-changing event if it's sold. He's hoping to sell it for an astronomical amount of money, and he's planning to put the money away for his 4-year-old son's education. Now, here's an interesting thing. According to the British Museum, they announced part of the launch for the Treasure Annual Report for 2020 and the Portable Antiquities Scheme Annual Report for 2021. They show that over 45,000 archaeological finds, including more than 1,000 treasure cases, were recorded in 2021, and 96% of which had been found by people metal detecting. So you guys, if you want to pick up a lucrative hobby, metal detecting is where it's at, because apparently people are finding real hidden treasures. Not me running over to Amazon and putting metal detectors in my Amazon storefront. You're welcome. Maybe you can go and find your own hidden treasure. Also, if you know someone who's into scuba diving, they do have some metal detectors that are waterproof, guys. That would be so exciting to unearth some hidden treasures in the ocean. But what do you think about this? How fun and exciting to unearth a real historical royal relic. So is Prince Harry desperate to cling to his royal roots and remain a part of the firm? In my opinion, I believe Harry is now kind of second guessing some of his choices, some of his allegations that he has made against his family, as he has received major backlash, not only from the Netflix series, but also his book, Spare. Now, there's massive speculation. Will they, won't they attend the coronation? But in my opinion, I believe Harry is itching to get back in the good graces of his father and his brother, and that Meghan and Harry are mortified of losing their royal titles. Again, Harry and Meghan, almost 3 years after they left the royal family, are still styling themselves as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And let's not forget, they are still pushing for Archie and Lilibet to get their royal prince and princess title. These two love their privilege, and they certainly do not want to give that up. So there was an article that came out saying 6 clues that Prince Harry may attend King Charles's coronation. There's a lot of rumors and speculation out there, so we're going to go through them one by one. So as we know, there has been really no movement that we're aware of from Buckingham Palace over to Montecito. But in my opinion, Harry really, really wants to kiss and make up. Now, according to the Daily Mail and the Sun, there is a working assumption at Buckingham Palace that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will be at Westminster Abbey, although the Sussexes have yet to make an official confirmation. Now, we know that last month Prince Harry was demanding that the royal family apologize to his wife Meghan Markle, but yet there has been no apology made. So I'm really beginning to believe that Harry is going to start negotiating a little bit more openly with his family, as he is becoming more and more desperate. So the first clue that we have is that Harry didn't rule out attending the coronation when he sat down with Tom Bradby for his ITV interview. He said, quote, "There's a lot that can happen between now and then, but the door is always open and the ball is in their court." So again, he started backtracking on the racist allegations, saying we didn't say they were racist. That was the British press. His arch nemesis, his get out of jail card, the British press. So he's definitely trying to distance himself and Meghan away from the racist allegations, so therefore he can open the door for reconciliation, saying, well, guys, it wasn't us. We didn't say that. People misunderstood or misinterpreted what we said, but we all heard what we heard, right? So he's basically saying, hey, the door's open, the ball's in their court, a lot can happen in the next couple of months. So in my opinion, he's kind of saying, I'm willing to come if my demands are met. If you're willing to meet me halfway, I'm willing to get on a plane. Because he didn't close the door and say, no, I'm done with my family. He's pretty much saying, I'm willing to negotiate, is what I think he's saying. He said, there's a lot to be discussed, and I really hope that they're willing to sit down and talk about it. Meaning he really wants to reconcile with his family. Even though Meghan Markle is ready to burn the bridges and sink the boats, I think Harry is really missing his family, and he's kind of starting to panic a little bit, and he's really hoping, let's keep the door a crack. Let's not shut it all the way, Meghan. Let's keep it a crack. Because let's face it, he might need a get out of jail card pretty soon. You know what I mean? Everyone needs a plan B, Harry. Everyone needs a plan B. So again, he's looking for a reconciliation. He's willing to work with them behind the scenes. He said, I love my father, I love my brother, I love my family. So even though Meghan is ready to just dish her family, never talk to them again, I think this is really eating away at Harry. He misses his family. He had a close relationship with his brother, and I know this has got to hurt him. So I think in the back of his mind, he really does want to put this to bed. Meghan may not feel the same, but I think after the Queen's death, that whole fiasco, it's really beginning to eat at Harry, in my opinion. So he's open for negotiation. The next clue or the next story that was out there was Charles sought the assistance of the Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, that he wanted him to broker a deal to help the brothers get along for the coronation. Now, I personally do not agree this is a true story at all. I think it's a fake story. I do not believe for one moment that Charles would seek the advice of the Archbishop. However, the Archbishop is very pro-Harry and Meghan. So it is believed that Charles was afraid that the absence of the Sussexes is going to be more conspicuous and draw more attention than if they just attended. And he's right. Whether they attend or don't attend, it's going to bring major attention. So is it better to have them behind a candlestick, or is it better to not have them? Either way, it's going to be very, very obvious if they're not in attendance. Now, they are saying that there is a new proposal that was brought on by Buckingham Palace called Harry in a Hurry, where the Duke could make a quick 48-hour visit where he would go to the coronation without Meghan Markle because it is their son's birthday. Meghan would stay in California with the kids. Harry would make a quick drop-off, attend the coronation, and leave, called, quote, Harry in a Hurry. Now, that sounds great, but I believe Harry will never, ever do anything without Meghan Markle. Or should I say, Meghan Markle will never let him do anything without her. I mean, we don't call her the human lobster claw for nothing. Now, there's a rumor that there's a little trouble in paradise right now, after the backlash of the book. They did attend Ellen's birthday party. I believe it was her wife, Portia's birthday. They were in attendance, but it was kind of weird how they were literally both on opposite sides of the room, and there's a rumor that they were fighting at the party, that they were fighting or heard fighting in the bathroom. Who knows, but I've never seen Harry and Meghan stand apart before. That was strange. So do you think there could be some truth to that? Because remember, there's been a lot of backlash on this book. But after the Queen died, remember during her funeral, Meghan threw a fit that she was not able to attend the viewing of Her Majesty the Queen at Balmoral, that they threw such a fit he was delayed and missed the flight. So I can't imagine that Meghan would be okay with him going without her to such an historic event. Now, there's another one saying that palace officials assume Harry will attend, but they're trying to, quote, sweeten the pot, so to speak. They want to make it where they can give him a deal, like guarantee some royal incentives, you know, that you'll keep your royal titles if you attend the coronation. Because as you know, there's a new Conservative MP who's introducing a brand new bill to Parliament which would strip Harry and Meghan of their titles if it's passed. So this, of course, is worrisome to the couple because they certainly do not want to lose their titles. I mean, they refuse to stop using them, so it's very clear they definitely want that title. So they're saying this could be a compromise, that if they attend the coronation, they'll keep their titles as kind of an incentive, and on top of that, they will be given a very prominent pew in the Abbey, not sitting with the tier twos behind the candlestick, but they're going to have a more prominent role in the coronation. That definitely would stroke their ego for sure. So what do you think of those assumptions that they're going to offer them, you know, Harry in a hurry, come here for 48 hours, we'll work with your schedule. Of course, you can leave Megsy at home. If you come and you play nice, we'll keep your titles and we'll give you a really nice pew in the Westminster Abbey so you can be seen, you know, no candlestick, or that we'll have a royal reconciliation. I don't know if I believe these stories. I do know that it's probably a very difficult decision because either way it's going to be a problem, whether they're there or they're not there. Personally, I don't think they should be there, but I'm beginning to believe that they might actually be there now because there has been no definitive decision. Now they're saying invitations could come out later this month for the royal coronation. So it's still very much up in the air if Harry and Meghan will attend. But I'm beginning to believe that Harry is desperate to hang on to his family and his royal roots because it has not been great over in Hollywood for Harry and Meghan. And if the rumor is true, they're starting to have some problems over there in Montecito. Just saying. So that's all I have for you guys today. What do you think? Do you think that Harry and Meghan will attend the coronation of King Charles? Or do you think they're going to stay in Montecito? And what do you think about the royal relic that was found from the metal detectorist? And do you plan to take up a brand new hobby? Now, if you're interested, I do have some metal detectors listed in my Amazon storefront. I'm also working on a list for my Australian followers. Apparently, there are quite a few items that are not available to Australia through my store. So I'm going to find a way to create a list for my Australia viewers. So stay tuned for that. But as always, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Please check out my other YouTube channel, Royal Daily Tea, History and Fashion. And as always, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.